And right up in it, child. Okay. What's the real reason why we're doing this podcast, child? The real. This is your life. Y'all can cancel this, what we hearing. The real. What's the real reason y'all getting canceled? Is it the low ratings? Is it the shrimp fried rice? Is it the laundry? Is it the sleeping with married men? Or is it the being born? We don't know. We're trying to find out why the real, not the wheel, the real is being canceled after certain seasons. We all know the real has its history of being what it has been to Black women, and Tamar Braxton knows that firsthand because of what the real has done to her career. If she asked the people, was she a Muppet? Because she didn't know if she was a Muppet or not because of how the real was treating her, and she was fired, and it became a whole case, honey. Check your email. About how Tamar even get fired, child. It's been talk shows been discounted left and right at this point. They said that Nick Cannon has also got the boot, and he can lick it with a good little split it right up your ass. And they said that Miss Jennifer Hudson, yes, you're gonna love me. It's what she said, and that's what's gonna happen as she gets her own talk show. Yeah, Jennifer Hudson gets her own talk show on Fox, as well as Sherry Shepherd, who will be replacing Wendy Williams, as we already talked about. Jasmine Brand reported The Real will be canceled, along with so many other talk shows this fall. What's going on with the talk shows? All the talk shows are going left and right, making way for Wikipedia, the big shit, of course. But I'm seeing something in the air, and it's something in the liquor. The air is getting thicker. I can't help but stare at you. Oh yeah. Oh, what did you do to me? Like, it's really something going on in this daytime talk media. Because at the end of the day, why in the fuck is Maury not Maury? Like, you are not the father. Getting cancer after 30 years on syndication, we congratulate and we salute the icon who is Maury. But they also said Judge Jury will be getting that motherfucking boo after 3 seasons. They are really disposing of daytime talk shows. Like, they don't have time for the mediocrity, honey. They don't. Ain't no time for maybe they'll do good. Nick Cannon got the boot after 1 season, bitch. You tried, but you don't succeed. Dust yourself off and try again. Nick Cannon's show was called the lowest rated single host daytime syndicated talk show of the season, according to Black Enterprise. And like with stuff like that, why do you even have a chance to come back? There has been so many changes in daytime, I can't even keep up. All I'm saying is the people that need to be in daytime are in daytime. In a way, because where's Wendy? And we want Wendy, but we're gonna get to that a little bit later. Like, I don't understand why Wendy isn't no longer on TV on my TV every week, but for some reason she isn't. And after 30 years, there's been shows like Maury canceled, and The Doctors has been canceled, and they're making way for like the Karama Brown show, and they're trying to do that. The Real got canceled because The Real can't keep up with a real Black woman, and like what they did after to Tamar with Tamara and Amanda Seales leaving the show, they really don't have a seat for a funny Black woman because Lonnie not that funny. And we think the show has plummeted and it has lost its spark and its edge. They don't really give it really like they used to. And speaking of real, like there's been somebody that's been real and true to our heart, and that's in Traci Braxton. Rest in peace to our queen. We will take a minute to celebrate and love on Traci, like, because what has happened to her is a complete travesty. We was not expecting Traci Braxton to pass away. We did not think that Traci was sick. We were not really paying attention to the news, I guess. And Tracy's death came as a surprise to us all. The biggest surprise I think has been the results and the fallout of surrounding Tracy's death and how her husband and sisters are going at it, honey. And they say he is exploiting her death. And I heard that, Kevin Surratt, who's Tracy Braxton's husband, and even though he said her son is the owner of her estate, Tracy Braxton's husband, Kevin Surratt, still making the decisions. And he had a Zoom funeral on April. I think it was March the 30th or something like that when Prince George's County announced March the 30th or 31st or something like that, Tracy Braxton Day. And it was a celebration of life. And I believe Tracy was cremated because Tracy's wishes was to be cremated. And the sisters were not there. Evelyn Braxton was not there. We're being told that Michael, the father, was there and the brother was there, but then they were like seated on the fourth row and they were not allowed to speak at the celebration of life. If all these things we're hearing is true, it's really, 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 really shiesty, shady, and shitty. Like, if we're being honest, why and the entire fuck is the Braxtons not here? We are the Braxtons, and you'll see that y'all should always be together at all times. It's nothing that could stop me from being at my sibling's funeral. Nothing that could stop me. I don't give a fuck if this sibling will have to get slapped the dog shit out of before I walked up into the building. I'd be there and I slapped the sibling, the brother-in-law or whatever I had to do, their spouse or whatever. But my sibling, it's just something in there. But they do say that the Braxtons were never getting along with Tracy's husband, as we can see on the Braxton's Family Volume before it got canceled. Did y'all know the Braxton's Family Volume was canceled? Yeah, Tawanda announced that on live. Yeah, we didn't know that. But how WeTV has continued to exploit and try to capitalize off Tracy's death, I'm paying them dust, child, and I actually blocked them on Instagram because how dare y'all try to post videos of Tracy in her glory, try to get reposts from the family and the Braxtons, and after all these years, y'all never paying these girls what they worth. They were boycotting the show for more makeup and money for stylists. Like, come on, and travel fees. WeTV, y'all ought to be ashamed of y'all motherfucking self, calling y'all television for women and let a woman die of esophageal cancer on y'all motherfucking watch. I don't give a fuck about WeTV anymore, and I damn sure will not support any show they have coming down the pipeline, because anything that has come down the pipeline is going straight to jail or hell. Like, if you think about it considerably, the Braxtons put them on the motherfucking map, and there's no reason why Tracy Braxton should have died on their watch. I think that the cancellation of the show is way more disrespect to the family. If anything else, the fact that they hadn't televised the funeral is a way more slap in the face than anything else. The sisters not getting together we can only expect that. The emotions are running high and things. They never really liked the brother anyway. I really don't think they want to be grieving around him. I know that Tracy has her son, she has a grandson, and they should be around those. Family members are there to support and help them grieve, but the sisters, I'm sure, are taking this hit a way different way. And my prayers are to Tawanda, Tracy, Tawanda, Trina. This shit is still surreal to me. I can't. Tawanda, Trina, Tamar, and Tony. Deaths are hard, but I never expected one from the Braxton family. And that's all I'm gonna say on that one. But thing that I was expecting is the way that this Jocelyn Cabaret is turning out. Jocelyn is kickboxing bitches into the next season, from what I hear. Like, Amber Ali is filing a $30 million lawsuit against Jocelyn Hernandez. Others have joined in to file this motion. And it's the lawsuit not just against Jocelyn. Like, they saying, bitch, we're going to get the motherfuckers who was with you too. Jocelyn, Ballistic, Zeus Network, they're all taking the fall with this new lawsuit. Amber, Riri, Lexi Blow, and Henny are all claiming that there was criminal attack that took place during the filming of the reunion for Jocelyn's Cabaret on the Zeus Network. Child, do we watch? No. Should we? No. We do watch Jocelyn's Cabaret, but we're kind of ashamed that we watch it. We don't know why women were signed up to get bullied and bashed. But if you like it, we love it, I guess. There's nothing in this world I wouldn't do for you, Jocelyn. Like, after the way I seen you treat women, bitch, there's no reason I need to be on your payroll. Jocelyn Cabaret, they said it wouldn't need no cabaret. It was Jocelyn doing a couple of her songs and the bitches dancing behind her freestyle. Like, come on, y'all. Yeah, I'm really getting bullied for nothing. For real, it's a $30 million lawsuit that Amber Ali said her ribs were broken. And Ballistic jumped in and grabbing her hair, and Zeus is sitting back condoning the erasure and destruction of black women. What's in the tea? What's going on? And why are they allowing the $30 million lawsuit to proceed while they had this Bad Boys show going on, which will produce more and more lawsuits? Zeus Network, child, you are finished before you even started. You really are. Like, Jocelyn is doing the coke and gloating, and everybody's saying she on coke. So what you gonna do about that? Like, her minions, they said like Raven Diamond and whoever else her minions are jumping people. And like, why are you jumping people? Like, all this shit, I don't even want to see it on the cabaret. Nobody's gonna watch that shit. But you know what? If they like it, we love it. And I guarantee that whole network will be shut down very, very soon. Ballistic has a felony record, and Jocelyn tweeting about being Mortal Kombat and kicking bitches to the next season. These bitches don't give a fuck. She don't even have custody of her daughter. How do we expect her to care? You know, your girl monster, baby. Motherfucker, like, Jocelyn is in another damn galaxy at this point. She's treating people just like Stevie treated her. And that's all I'm gonna say on that one. We have a blog. And if you're interested enough, you will read it. Wikipedia.blogspot. Where we talked about Chloe J, aka Khloe Kardashian, fucking screwing and doing Trey Songz. And we're gonna read our blog because that's what we like to do in our free time. Trey Songz. Khloe Kardashian will send her beluga-sized pussy on any takers. Or any of the black men from the cast of Takers. Because let's face it, she has. She has taken her ass to the surgeon's office countless times to fix the body her mother wouldn't even love, and still settling for the less of the least. Don't Chloe know we not doing Trey Songz right now? Child, that ain't gonna stop her from doing so. Even though Gay Songs Camp has yet to respond, we are not surprised that Trigger hasn't claimed her, considering her own father won't. The 37-year-old dumbasses were spotted in a group LA dinner, not even shying away from paparazzi. Considering these people love their moments, I can't help but think this is nothing but a stunt. But I digress. Child, according to The Sun, last month, Trey, the real name Tremaine Alden Neverson, was accused of brutally raping a woman at a house party in Los Angeles in 2016 in a $20 million lawsuit, allegations that he strongly denies. A rape that we reported on our podcast, The Big Shit. When we recounted Jane Doe's bloody night out with the R&B crooner, it's something about these singers that make them think they can get whatever they want, diseases included. As Usher, no still means no. And a hoe still gonna be a hoe, which is why we are surprised that the internet has been dragging Clorenthal for BBL fifth for sleeping with yet another friend's ex, Lauren London. Lauren London is somewhere still grieving Nipsey, shaking her head, eating, and getting big as a house. And what do, Miss Black Woody 2022? Sleep with another ex, just like you did Trina in French Montana? They said hit dog will holler, and that's a Doberman. These bitches allegedly dated back in 2016 before Chloe switched up her style and let Tristan side horse Powell up. I'm calling bullshit, even though these Holly weirdos do nothing but sleep with each other's meat and piss in each other's cornflakes. This little fling will last as long as Chloe's dick. It'll be over quicker than Cocktails with Chloe got canceled. Ain't nobody checking for y'all no more. All I'm saying is, this bitch Clo needs to issue our girl Jordan Woods her public apology for having the back of an ain't shit nigga while being an ain't shit bitch. How does Tristan feel about this? Child, who the fuck cares? That man cheat for a living. One question. What y'all think happened this night? Exactly, bitch. My blog always provides, never, ever, ever disappoints. And speaking of disappointing, I'm just not trying to be disappointed. They said that Karen Huger, yes, my girl Karen from the Real Housewives of Potomac is getting her own show. We're not supposed to talk about Karen yet? Oh, my bad. I thought we were supposed to talk about Karen. Bitch. But, yeah, Karen. The Grand Dame Reunion is what they calling it, bitch. I knew we still talking about current, and like it's a family farm show. If you into family farms, this is gonna be what you're gonna be into. And it's a two-part commercial. As how they are really advertising it, and like we like Karen's getting her own show already. We love Karen, but like Karen need her own show, child. April the 17th, and we've seen it as a stalling prevention for shows like the Real Housewives of Atlanta, who's coming on May 1st, and we're gonna talk about that. But in the meantime, they gotta have something on in the between time, child, on TV. So they putting on Real Housewives of Karen and this family farm that's taking place in Arrestville. And then speaking of Real Housewives of Potomac, honey, they're all gonna be back. They said all the girls will be back. We saw videos of Mia and Giselle and Robin and Candace and Wendy and all the girls, the Scala even, like all the girls like together in the Real House of Potomac is coming through. I think they on what season 7? Season 7, they coming through and they're making waves and like they know what they need to do. I feel like they're planted their feet in cement at this point. They are really a solidified show. They're not a gimmick. Of course, brown girls. So come on, brown girls always put it on when it needs to be put on, and especially coming from the DMV. Hello, we're gonna show them what they want and what they really really need. So I'm still living for the Real Housewives of Potomac, and whatever cast they come back with next season, I'm gonna do as long as Karen's show don't go on long. Sierra, we're gonna pause for a minute while we do the recap. Sierra really thought it was gonna be about her, but guess what? This ain't about your 1-2 step, baby. I got more than 1-2 step. But it's y'all know what the recap is. It's like I'm just recapping the week, and y'all just going along with it. Like I'm not trying to be anything other than that. And I'm gonna do a beat, but I'm really just gonna do a freestyle. So what's up? Acapella. I mean, well, there's a will, there's a way. Fuck Lee Daniels. Hey, Professor Ogilvy. I thought I told you that the jokes won't stop. I wish a nigga would slap me like Chris Rock. Niggas getting so sensitive, and the shit is preventative. Can't keep your words so you getting the sentences. Go get the strap. Need a bitch like the Pinkett Smith. Bald head, don't care, been swinging from other dicks. Why everybody canceled in daytime TV? And why bitches thinking they can't replace Wendy? Another one bites the dust. You bitches is flatline like Portia Luther King. Did you really love me, Stevie, or was it just pulling strings? Hurt people, cycles go one way, and you gonna get some broken ribs in Jocelyn Cabaret. More to come back while she do some boom cat. Playing games only children choose. If your name ain't on the check, then who gonna check me, boo? Trey Songz been with everybody, and you know what they say. He like to poke them white girls because the blacks think he gay. Black man hanging himself with the help of KKK. Then he gonna be calling them crazy. Hello, Kanye. Shit getting real, man. What happened? You about to drop dead nigga Tracy Braxton. Think you know the half can't even get the fraction. I'm the truth, so you're losing niggas tapping. It's definitely realer than you think it is. Like people are dropping dead left and right, and shit just happening that like I ain't even approve of. Who would have thought? Why in the world is Sierra being cast in The Color Purple as Nettie's as the older Nettie? Chloe Bailey's older role. The Color Purple musical, which we know is starring people like Fantasia, Taraji P. Henson, her, Danielle Brooks, Coleman Domingo. The cast is stacked, all-star cast. So they just had to throw somebody else in there, like a monkey wrench. Sierra's gonna be in there. It's like I said, the adult version of Nettie. This show's coming out December 20, 2023, and I'm still trying to hold on to the little bit of hope I have into this being the best Black project that comes out. But I'm also trying to hold on to the fact that Sierra just but gyrated her way into this for no reason, and she's trying to do a Matrix when it's not even a movie that's called for. And we know you can't sing or you can't act, and we saw that shit in Mama. I want to sing, and Mama said no. Baby girl. Sierra, I'm gonna need you to find another career. Sierra is a no in Color Purple. If anything, she's making me see blue. It's not purple. But it ain't no song that makes Sierra sing that loud anyway. So let's go on to the moment. Wendy Williams. Wendy is suing Wells Fargo. She said these bitches trying to take our money. If y'all saw the video, then y'all saw what I saw. Wendy talking about it's not right. It's not fair. Child, you asked me, Wendy's still on that shit. But we're gonna continue to act like Wendy is not, or for the sake of her getting her show back. I mean, because I think Wendy needs to get her show back. And I think that she said Bernie Young, her old manager, tried to take her money or filed a class action lawsuit against her with her money on her American Express card, and now her accounts are frozen, and Wendy doesn't have access to her accounts, and it's a guardianship that they want to have over her accounts, and her assets are frozen, like I said. And Bernie Young is this 75-year-old lawyer who was lying for control of her estate. And this is an old ass man who Wendy talked about on her show before. And now I feel like he's the devil, and I feel like he's trying to take her money. Her family feels like she's capable of managing her own estate. Her son is not filing for guardianship, and Wendy fired what's his name? Bernie in January. He used their credit card, like I said, to pay for a lawyer to take control of her Wendy's affairs. He sued her with her credit card. Wendy is in dire situation. I feel like Wendy always surrounds herself with men who doesn't have her best interest. That's Bernie right there with his old ass. He's about to croak any second, but let him just gyrate on and file lawsuits left and right to make him seem like he was a part of the community and society, bitch. But you will be croaking soon. All I have to say is Wendy needs to get her money. Run me my money. Run me my money. Hope run me my money, run me my money. Ho, she's worked a decade putting y'all bitches on the map, letting y'all bitches who have podcasts, radio shows, television personalities, anybody y'all think of. Wendy gave y'all a voice. Wendy needs to be back on TV. Wendy needs to be moralized, and she also needs to be tributed. She needs to be given her flowers for what she's done for television, and not only television, but just media as a whole. She is the queen of media, and people have not respected her. They're trying to make her sail off this river in this dementia boat, but I'm not buying it. I'm really not. One day, the truth will come out and everybody will be gagging. But I don't see this ending well. I don't see this ending positively. I just see this ending very sad, and it's not the way I want to see it. And speaking of sad, child, Will Smith. Child, I'm just wore out by this whole thing. Y'all already know that I'm done with this Will Smith shit already about slapping the shit out of Chris Rock at the Oscars. This slaps in around the world. Child, they talking about it's going to derail the career of Will Smith, and why he slapped that man like that? He did not have to slap that man like that. All he said was G.I. Jane, and you already know Jada looked way worse than that. And she's in a bind, Nate. So she's been in worse times. We know that Jada is a concubine. Like she's really is like that loyal ass bitch, and like she still talks to the spirit of Tupac. So we can't expect her to be loyal. Will Smith has an uncertain loyalty to her that is quite disturbing. He got up there and slapped the shit out of Chris Rock over that comment, and it almost made me hurl. Like, why in the world would you do that? I don't put the responsibility of all black people on him, but I do put the responsibility of him on him. Like, you are Will Smith, and I never expect you to lose your cool like that and allow a joke to to frame your career. I do see a takedown of a black man in a way that these films have been hard to. Will Smith had multiple films coming out this year, including uh, Netflix thriller and a Paramount movie with Kevin Hart, Bad Boys 4, just to name a few. Apple TV drama. He had a lot of movies come down the pipeline, and they all been stopped because of things like this. We can't help to believe that this was intentional. We think that Will Smith has been stopped in his tracks on purpose, and I believe that him resigning and doing things like not being able to vote but still being able to be nominated and still be able to attend an award show, it's all fugazi. It's all Holly weird. It all speaks to the volumes of no, I'm not really been disciplined. I'm just been shown a lesson. These people walk away with their privilege every day. We saw Harvey Weinstein do it countless times for decades, walk in and out of Oscar events, producing them and not, and still walking away with awards and accolades and a shot of Hennessy at the end of the night, toasting while he raped a girl and she screamed for her life that night. We don't think anything of Hollywood. What we think of it as a black society and as our black community is that it could have been handled differently. It could have been handled in ways that did not involve cameras and did not involve everybody seeing us. But that's the thing with black people. They don't like showing off in front of company, but it's the thing that we all show off and take away that shame and you'll get just that a human. I'm not very sure with that whole he represents a whole blacks, and we got said black as blacks at thing. If anything, Jocelyn Cabaret did that, but not Will. And that alopecia thing, Jada, girl, nobody was checking for that. Nobody even knew you had alopecia, honey. Nobody cared like enough. Like we knew you was in the line, Nate, but we also knew you wore the strap and you got the dick and you got wore the pants in the relationship. So whatever you say, dude, goes, queen. There's no reason why he would ever disrespect or deny you. You know, August Alsina had a 13-inch dick and it came between your relationship. Let that sink in. Because I know you already did, Jada. All I'm saying is a little joke. I don't think that was necessarily the issue for Mr. Will. I think it was more the disrespect. Because somebody always told me one day that bitches, niggas don't die over money, over pussy, over drugs. They die over respect. And I know that for a fact. It's a street code. Motherfuckers don't play about that shit. When it comes to ego, they will take it like all the way to the max. And like you gotta be careful. Because sometimes people are willing to risk it all when they don't have nothing left to lose. And on that note, Real Housewives in Atlanta are finally coming back, bitch. We thought that bitches was never gonna come back, and we was kind of letting them. Sheree, Sheba Sheree is back, honey. In the trailer, talking to Phaedra's ex-husband Apollo about jailbirds or husbands in jail or whatever, because we know she has Tyrone, who's in the halfway house. And Sheree needs to love herself, like Marlo said in the trailer. Marlo gets a peach. Yes, Monty. Look at the Monty finally up there with the rest of the girls, looking like she belongs. Look at her. She finally got invited to the club. Okay, you got your ticket stub. I see you, Marlo. You finally into the club, girl. You finally in the circle. They make you go home after they started filming. Okay, Marla, you finally into the club where they coming to fill you outside in your house, and now when you come outside of it, I get it, Marlo. You finally into it. So she said Candy was a damn hoe. And I agree. She said Candy was a hoe, child. Marlo and Candy are going at it. Candy's opening up about everything but her coochie, who we know she gets Jerry Levert and others, Jermaine Dupri, father, just to name a few. And Marlo's gonna call her out, honey. She's gonna cover to the carpet because that's what she said to do. You know, we see each other, and Candy needs that person who's gonna keep her in her place because she loves to think, you know, she's at this point is the lone and running housewife. The bitch been there season 2, and like let's give it to her. She's there 13 consecutive seasons back to back to back. And at this point, Candy is the longer running housewife. She is Real Housewife of Atlanta, even though her family in the dungeon and the gang or whatever, gang banging me or whatever. It's a mess. Mama Joyce is still going against Todd. She's still the fiber of the show. Kenya is still coming back, being the mess she is. We have a new housewives that we've noticed. Cyan Richards Ross, who they say is Olympic. Is she entertaining? That's the question. And I don't know. These girls are on the shopping block. Drew Sidora and her fine ass husband. Who cares about Drew when she got a man that look like that? Drew is going at it with people like Sheree and Sonya. We have a new girl, Mayetta Shaw, who we know that's Neo's baby mama. And you know, she as well can go. We just hope that this season gives because by next season we're needing a Nene Leaks. We already need her anyway, but we're just gonna act like you know just doesn't exist for a minute and just go continue on until our girl comes back to the show. This show will not survive without Nene. Mark my words. It won't survive without Nene. And not it has nothing to do with the girls. I think they're all talented. I think they're fun. And I'm sure that it's gonna be an exciting season. What we know as Housewives of Atlanta is going to be different. It's not going to be the same. We know the quick-witted shade, the tea, the drama, the incubated nonsense for no reason. Like we all live in that though and relish in those moments, and a lot of those pillars that Nene, that Phaedra, that Portia, that Cynthia, it's gone. And I think that we're going to have to accept that for a minute and let this figure itself out. And in the meantime, while they figure themselves out, I'm not going to be there because you know why? I'm going to be watching this new show with Monique. Monique and Lee Daniels have finally buried the motherfucking Haji after 13 years. That's how Monique used to be on her show. Monique was that bitch. Monique had a show on BT, and I watched it every night. I used to set it on my DVR. My mom used to be like, "You want me to keep this on here?" I'm like, "Yes, it's Monique." Monique used to tell me to do like this every night and hug yourself every night on her talk show. She had one of the best talk shows I've ever watched. Monique is that bitch. Monique did a lot of things for my career that I'm just noticing. She really set the bar for me. She's from Baltimore. She's a non-thorough bitch. She doesn't give a fuck. She really will tell you what it is, and she has still 10 tones down on what the fuck she had to say about Oprah, Tyler Perry, and Lee Daniels, and how they try to blackball her for not trying to play their motherfucking suck dick ass games, which we know Hollywood plays games. And you got to play the game. You got to sell your soul. You got to do this, that, then third, and whatever else they say to do before you do what you got to do for yourself in order to be accepted. And if you don't, then you'll get blackballed. And we know Monique was the one that said, "Bitch, I don't give a fuck about that. Bitch, blackball me." And 13 years ago, that's just what happened after Precious, and she won her Oscar, and she refused to promote their shit for free, which we all should refuse to do. Thinking about how this shit got us out here catching COVID for no reason, and just how motherfucker things like the SAG actor or actors and magicians, they don't have no motherfucking insurance. These motherfuckers don't give a fuck about them when it comes to doctors' insurance and their health, and coming out here and just being around all these people. Like for real, don't mind give a fuck about them. And Monique said, "No, I don't work for free." And Oprah with her big pussy, and the reason why she don't have no kids today, because she's evil, just try to get her to, you know, for forfeit all her motherly duties. You know, what do they gotta take to get you down here, bitch? Stop acting like you're not eating Gail pussy. How about that? And when Oprah can come up with those demands, then Monique said, "No, I will not be coming." And so we know how that happened. And now Lee Daniels came on her April Fool's trip, her April Fool's concert, and said he apologized. He's sorry. And not only that, he hired Monique to replace Octavia Spencer in the new Netflix film Demon House. And it all comes to a circle for us because we know Monique sued Netflix for this damn deal, which we're still trying to find out what's the repercussions or what's the results of this case. And Monique sued them for racial discrimination when they offer her just what $2 million when they offered Dave Chappelle 22. So we're very excited to see what comes out of Monique's lawsuit. In addition to, she has a new VH1 show coming out, we heard, and all the things coming out from Monique, because I think she's going to get her works. When you stay true to who you are, you cannot do nothing but prosper. Like, it comes back to you. So my biggest congrats to Monique. She's an icon. She's the queen. And like she told you in Charm School, bitch, get mad, get angry. Because when I was your age, I wish I had somebody who told me, like, to get in my ass, like, for real, and tell me, you got a chip on your shoulder. Stop acting like everything is against you. Now you done piss me off. That's the Monique I love. That you're expelled. Like, you showed, look how you had to come. You had to come as the whore of Charm School. It's that Monique that, we fell in love with. And we will always continue to love the next project and the one after that, because it's only the first to get it started. But just know and remember, us here at Wikipedia always supported you, Monique. It's the podcast.